Oh no, Google just created a huge problem for most small business owners, and I would say 99% of them don't even realize what's happening, but it's going to crush their leads over the next coming years or months, unless they do what I suggest in this video. Hey, welcome back. I'm Keegan Edwards. I talk about SEO. I help local business owners succeed online and drive traffic. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing something tragic that's happened for all of you who have invested hard in driving traffic from important keywords to your website using local content. What do I mean by that? Well, back in the old days, when we talked about Google, we talked about how Google looks at your website and looks for pages with a lot of content that about what it is that you do and where you offer it. So for instance, if you are a plumber in Denver, Colorado, we suggest you have a lot of pages on your website that have content about your plumbing services in Denver, Colorado, but also advice for customers about solving plumbing situations, maybe like the old lead pipes that are in places throughout the city. And talking about that specifically because it's contextual to where you are and what you do. And Google picks up on that and knows that your website has a lot of relevant information for your local market. Now, the best way to do that historically was with blogs. Actually, let's just do this. Plumber, Denver, Colorado. Let's look at the first one that comes up. I guarantee you, we're going to just go to the first website listing. There's Reddit, there's Yelp. If you see my other videos, I'm talking about how important those are. But let's just go over here to Plumber. Now, I guarantee you they've got lots of pages here that talk about what they do and where they do it. And if I scroll down, see all the content-rich information here on their plumbing page. If I scroll down, I bet you I'm going to find their blog. Here it is. So here we go. And we got a whole bunch of blog posts, right? That are meant, why do they have 33 pages worth of blog posts? Because these are building in keywords that are relevant, related to them, that can drive traffic to their site when people are asking plumbing questions. But Google search doesn't work this way anymore. When you search for something, it doesn't just show website links with blogs. Instead, it does something else entirely. And what that's done is absolutely kill clicks to websites. You don't get them anymore. I'm going to link to this article here too that talks about this. Google killed the funnel. AI summaries, 0 clicks, and the collapse of content marketing. So all of that used to be called content marketing. That means going and actually adding all this content to your website that makes it look really full, and then Google brings you up and sends traffic to you because you have all this content, all this writing on your website. But in today's day and age, it works totally different. Watch. Pretend it's fall time here in Colorado. How to aerate lawn, Denver, Colorado. So that's a common question. And in the olden days, what would happen is I would see a bunch of website links, like way down here. And I would click on one of them and I would get information. And these would be written probably by Mile High Services, aerate Lawns, Integrated Lawn Care, Plant Talk Colorado, Lawn Starter, companies that are selling me something. Because then they get me to their website. I learn about their business. I click to another page of their website, learn about them. They're the expert and they drive me in. But did you notice what was going on up here? I didn't actually get to that because I have what's called the AI overview. So if I need to know how to aerate my lawn, I just read this now. I just read this information right here. And if I want to learn more, I click on dive deeper in AI mode and I just ask some more questions and talk to it and it gives me more details. I didn't need to use those content marketing blogs, and that's why this is called a 0 click, because now I don't even click on the blogs. Now, they were nice enough to tell me where they got this from, so they added some links over here, and I can click on the links, and they exist here, and I can click to these websites, but most people don't do that anymore. That's why we're seeing the 0 clicks. We're seeing the rise of 0 clicks, means I just read this AI overview, and I don't actually click to any websites. So now, if you're a small business owner who had built up all this traffic to your website through content marketing, aka blog articles, and that used to get you clicks and traffic to your website that would turn into leads, now you're in trouble because that's not going to work anymore because people are just going to read the AI overview content and they're never going to go to your website in the first place. So what do you do instead? Pretty critical thing for you to do instead. which is this. Let me show you what this actually looks like still. So these links are still there. That's okay. It's time to pay to play. And that's the first thing I'm going to tell you. You want the brutal honesty, you have to. These are local service area ads, okay? Local service area ads. This is where you get to them. I'll put the link down below too. So reach local service area ads. Nice of Google to do this to us, right? At least you get a free credit. This is where you go to local service. So if you're a plumber, contractor, home services, if you're another type of business, lawyers, things, everybody used to get traffic through content marketing. Instead, you have to go and pay to play. So, right, this how to aerate lawn, you see that it does still sponsor lawn care providers in Denver. So now, instead of targeting that via blog articles, which you'd have to write yourself or pay to write, we're all paying in one way or the other. Now I would suggest you use local service area ads because that's showing up right there at the top of that search. And you saw it with the plumbing one too. You can still try to rank in this section. That's not bad. But so you have the blog and you might get a click there. So if you already wrote the blog, great. So it's not like the blogs are gone forever. They still exist here. They're just not as prominent as they were. So local service ads, you can still add the blog to your website. Doesn't hurt. It's probably faster and easier for you to do with ChatGPT now anyway. So just do it. And if you're in a less populated area, you might have a chance of being the extra link that it goes to from the AI overview. But then the next thing I want you to do, I want you to look at Reddit in your area and participate. Don't participate the wrong way. Don't spam Reddit. Create a Reddit account, do it the right way, have a subreddit about your business maybe, participate in the conversation, add actual advice, but then on your profile and stuff, just you can describe who you are. That could get you leads and get you on the first page. You'd even mention your business depending on the subreddit that you're in. You could mention, hey, I'm so-and-so, here's how you aerate your lawn, and if you want me to do it for you, my business is such and such name. In some Reddit forums, that's going to get you banned. In others, it's going to be okay to self-promote like that. Go on Reddit because that's there. You can see Reddit and Quora are there with the answers. And then down here at the bottom, we got regular old search ads. So aside from the local service ads, we've also got regular old Google search ads, which are still effective. It shows up down there at the bottom. So you can add those as well. When it comes to the search page, we've got local service ads. Still add the blog. Hopefully you get a link, but don't expect it to do as much for you because of those 0 clicks. Participate in Reddit if it's there, and then try regular local search ads to replace the traffic that you were getting before, because somebody's searching that, not a big leap that they might be looking for one of these businesses too. And again, you're still hearing the listings if you had that blog. So it's not like all hope is lost, but it's not the big boon to your business like it once was. And then beyond that, the thing that you need to do is start building up a social presence on Facebook, on Instagram, in these forums as a real life person or real life business, because you need to build up in places where the conversation is happening. So it's abstracted from this like something AI is going to replace, and you're building more of a reputation that exists outside of this in the social media and forum platforms where people also look. So in search, you still have opportunity, but think critically about the places where traditional content marketing clicks are going to be stolen by AI overviews because people just read those and don't click. So build up carefully, use the paid services in search engines, and then also start to move some of that old content marketing investment into social media and forum investment where real humans are actually having conversations. You can build reputation and expertise, and also diversify away from just written content into things that AI can't replace, like infographics, videos, video shorts, long form videos, Instagram videos, reels, stories, things like that connect you to your customers and get reach in a different way, instead of relying on the old content marketing articles, which don't work in the same way they used to, even just a few short years ago. If you like this video, hit subscribe. Put some links down below to my book and to some tools that I offer. So check those out and stay tuned because we'll catch you in the next great video.